In the modern dating landscape, countless men unknowingly sabotage their own respect and attractiveness, and not because they're unkind or unworthy, but because they fall into what's commonly called simp behavior. As Jessica O.S. insightfully breaks down, simping isn't about generosity or kindness, it's about self-abandonment in pursuit of validation. It's when a man gives his power, attention, money, and emotional energy to a woman who hasn't earned it. And the irony is that these very actions, intended to win her over, often destroy her attraction and respect. Let's unpack the 8 core signs of simp behavior and the psychological truths behind them. 1. Spending money without commitment. The first symptom of simping is financial overinvestment, spending excessively on a woman who hasn't shown genuine commitment. Psychologically, this behavior stems from the purchasing fallacy, the unconscious belief that affection can be bought. When a man keeps funding her lifestyle without emotional reciprocity, he signals neediness and insecurity, not generosity. Women instinctively sense this imbalance. Instead of deepening attraction, it triggers what psychologists call the provider paradox. She enjoys the benefits, but loses respect for the giver. Attraction, at its core, is emotional, not transactional. A high-value man invests only when a woman reciprocates emotionally or shows commitment. He spends as a reflection of connection, not as a bribe for attention. 1. Apologizing for things that aren't your fault. Over-apologizing may seem like humility, but in relationships it communicates low self-worth. When a man says sorry every time there's tension, even when he's done nothing wrong, he teaches her that his comfort and boundaries are negotiable. Women don't respect men who surrender their integrity. To avoid conflict, they respect men who can calmly hold their ground. Psychologically, constant apology is a people-pleasing reflex rooted in the fear of rejection. But emotionally mature men understand this. Owning mistakes builds respect. Owning everything destroys it. 1. Defending her when she's clearly wrong. True loyalty doesn't mean defending bad behavior. When a man protects a woman's ego at the expense of truth, he becomes her enabler, not her partner. It feels noble in the moment, but long-term, it breeds resentment and imbalance. Every time a man refuses to hold a woman accountable, he's telling her, "You can act however you want, I'll still be here." And that's not love. That's fear. Respect flourishes when a man can lovingly say, "That's not okay." Accountability is what keeps attraction alive. 1. Chasing when she pulls away. When she withdraws and you chase harder, you signal emotional dependency. This is rooted in anxious attachment, the need to reestablish connection by increasing pursuit. But in dating psychology, pressure kills attraction. A high-value man understands the law of emotional polarity. Space creates desire. When she pulls away, you don't chase, you pause, focus on your purpose, and allow silence to speak for you. Desperation is the death of attraction. Composure is its oxygen. 1. Letting her control the relationship. Narrative. A major sign of simping is passivity. letting the woman define whether you're just talking, seeing where it goes, or keeping it casual. This happens when a man fears losing her more than he values himself. But women are biologically wired to respect leadership, not submission. Leadership in relationships doesn't mean domination, it means direction. A confident man says, "I'm not treating this like a relationship unless it's official." He sets the tone, the pace, and the boundaries. A woman may resist control, but she craves clarity. When you don't lead, she'll assume the role and lose attraction in the process. 1. Being afraid to say no. Always saying yes may look like kindness, but it's actually a lack of boundaries. Women subconsciously test men by making requests, not to exploit them, but to gauge their strength and self-respect. When a man never refuses, he fails that test. Boundaries are masculine energy in action. Saying no calmly and confidently tells her, "I'm generous, but I'm not desperate." A man who can't say no gets used. A man who can say no gets respected. 1. Sacrificing masculinity to keep her. This is perhaps the most dangerous form of simping, self-erasure in the name of love. It starts small, skipping hobbies, ignoring passions, cutting off friends. But over time, the man loses his masculine identity, which ironically was what attracted her in the first place. In relationships, attraction is born from polar energy, his independence, and her emotional connection. When he gives up his purpose to orbit her world, the polarity collapses. True love doesn't demand self-abandonment. It thrives on two whole individuals choosing each other freely. 1. Putting her above yourself every time. Finally, the ultimate simp behavior, idolizing her. When a man constantly puts her needs, schedule, and emotions before his own, he teaches her that his time and self-respect are optional. What starts as devotion quickly turns into emotional servitude. Women don't want to date a fan, they want to respect a man. They fall in love with leaders, not followers, with equals, not worshippers. Being considerate is love. Being self-erasing is fear. The core psychology behind simping. At the root of all simp behavior lies insecurity and approval seeking. Many men believe that love must be earned through sacrifice, when in truth, it must be mirrored through mutual respect. A simp gives power away to be chosen. A high-value man stands firm and lets her choose him for who he already is. Respect is not given to the man who bends the most. It's given to the man who stands tall when it's hard. Final thoughts. To stop simping is not to stop caring. It's to care with strength, to lead with respect for yourself first. When a man reclaims his boundaries, his confidence, and his purpose, something remarkable happens. He stops chasing love and love starts chasing him.